Hi guys, here is a Dell Inspiron 7000 series. I don't know the exact model number, I think it's 7540 or something. Anyway, this is potentially my new laptop. I got this for a pretty good deal for 350 euros. Looks really good, has almost no wear on it, has pretty beefy specs, pretty good ones actually, and yeah, it's in nice condition. However, I noticed something right away. The fan is going full blast on this thing while doing almost nothing. In this room it's pretty cold and this thing was off the entire night. So it's cold now and it's doing nothing. And right now it sits at 38 degrees, which yeah, okay, nothing special. But once it does something, guys, it really gets up on the heat and the fan is going nuts. So I think that is the reason why the person sold this, because probably it was just too loud. And I think if we can sort out this cooling problem, we might have a really nice machine here. So it has a quad-core i7-855U. Not the best, but quite an upgrade from my old one here, which is an i7 6th gen dual core. And this is a quad, which should definitely help out. So yeah, it has 24 gigabytes of RAM, pretty good, way more than I really need, but cool that he put this in. A 512 gigabyte, I think M2 SSD, I don't know, NVMe, yeah, so also very fast SSD, and a dedicated GPU, NVIDIA 940MX, which yeah, should do the job. But again, as I said, one real big problem we face is this fan. It's really not that quiet. Let me just see. It's loading Chrome here. It's still at 38 degrees. So yeah, pretty okay. But once it heats up and it does something, guys, believe me, it really does get loud and hot. So let's just stress it out a bit. And I really like the display on this, guys. This is a really nice display. It's just so much better than the T460S display here. I just can't stress this enough. This is always a thing with ThinkPads. I don't know, they can't figure out displays. But I'm still not sure if I'm gonna replace this guy, because this is a pretty good fella. I really like this one. Also, this one is a bit bigger. I'm still not sure, guys, but I definitely have to figure out this cooling, because it's not really ideal at all. So right now, 480p video. Let's crank it up to 4K. This has the horsepower to play back, so really nice. Also, as you can see, really crisp display, 1080p display, really nice panel. And yeah, let's watch the temp. It's already up on 64, and I think it's gonna climb soon. Right, so as you see, the CPU is like only at maximum 26% and it runs at 80 degrees. That's like Apple style, really. And I don't know, this is not right. So what I'm gonna try now, guys, is I'm gonna see if I can replace the thermal paste, and maybe there's something stuck in the fan or something blocking the fan. I don't know. I just want to get this thing quieter and just not run as hot. So let's shut this down and, well, let's see if we can improve it. I hope, because generally I like the computer. So let's see if we can make it better. So here are some screws that don't come out. They just unscrew and stay in there, kind of. And yeah, so same with those, they can't be removed. I think this one as well, and those come out. So this is our status quo right now. I'm moving along here with the card, and that will pop it off. And here we are. So a nicely laid out engineered computer. Here's our RAM, easily upgradable, but this has plenty with its 24 gigabytes, absolutely enough. The M2 SSD, again, can be swapped out easily here. Battery can be unscrewed and swapped out. I don't know what is this, guys. PCB, Is that like for a hard drive? It looks like it for another hard drive. I would say so. So even nice, you can still even put a drive in here if you want to, probably. Fan is here, and this can be easily just screwed off. So props to Dell. Why cannot all computers be like this? Easily accessible, couple of screws, and that is it. So here's what we got, guys, and ho, this is just a crust. This probably didn't do anything anymore. So that gives me hope that when I replace this completely dried up mess, it will improve temperatures. I have to say it's a pretty like small cooler for those components. I don't know, maybe those 8th gen chips are not known to run cool. I don't know, but this for sure isn't good. So we're gonna clean this off, put new one on, and put this back in. And oh my god, I just have to say it again, well engineered. Even here this fan is separate, so as you see here's a bit of dust, but really nothing that bad. This can be just taken out. Oh my god, a dream. I love computers like this, I really do. Here is the cute little NVIDIA chip. It's quite smaller than I thought. And here is our i7. Looking better now. Also clean off this, and here the little bit of dust, but really wasn't all that bad as you saw. So now new thermal paste, and I honestly think that's probably gonna be making a big difference, but we'll see. Anyway, let's do it. Okay, and not even 15 minutes later, it's all back together again. Very nice. New thermal paste, a little bit cleaned, and now we're gonna see if that made a difference. I really hope it did. Seriously speaking, for a very brief second, guys, I don't know, but I'm kind of disappointed. This didn't do a whole lot. It, yeah, honestly, it's about the same, really. Maybe it's a tad cooler, but the fan is still going nuts. And yeah, it's really not that cool as I first thought. But yeah, I mean, is there anything else you can do? I mean, there is really not a whole lot you can do more. As you see, it's now at 65 to 70, which is better, but it's still not great. And the fan is still very, apparent. You can still hear it. Now, it slows down now, but in a second it will go speed up again. And that's really despite the processor being only at 30% at the max. So I don't know, guys. Yeah, so it's at 80 again, 70 to 80. The fan now ramped down, which is interesting, but it's sure gonna kick on in a second. I don't know, man. This is a bit disappointing, to be honest with you. Now, it did make a bit of a difference, I'm gonna say that. I mean, it wasn't for nothing. You saw how crusty and dried up the old paste was, but I figured either this cooling solution in this laptop is just too small, because it is quite small, or this Core i7 is a very hot processor. I don't know, maybe this is a really high temperature CPU that just runs hot. I expected more, honestly. So I launched the game here, and you hear the fan speed up. I have to say also, the performance here in Chivalry, it was a bit lackluster. I set it to medium, and it runs at 30 to 40 FPS. So why exactly this game? Well, we're about to do a little LAN party where we play this game, and this is like the most demanding game, so it's actually completely playable. But I really expected more out of this machine, because truth be told, My ThinkPad T460S runs it with lower FPS, but still playable. And it's like a non-dedicated HD graphics 6th gen dual core i7. And yes, the ThinkPad is also loud then, but it's nothing I can't forgive it. But here on the quad core, with that NVIDIA, I don't know, it's a bit of a letdown, to be honest with you. And maybe that is why the guy sold it, because he just couldn't stand this fan blasting all the time. And as you see, it's at 90 degrees. So in general, I like the machine. It's, I think, a good quality machine. But damn, this processor, this is a really a hot running processor, not gonna lie. And performance is also, you know, not super amazing. So I thought I got myself a deal here. This is probably not gonna be my next laptop, but still, I like it. Despite its little flaw here, maybe you can get the same kind of gen with a different processor and it will be a much better experience. I don't know, guys. But this one, we cooled it down a tiny bit, but it's still not great. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. See you later.